But going with your debate, I mean, I'd like to think Toronto is. Just because around playoff time, when Toronto's in the playoffs, a lot of people that don't usually get behind the Leafs seem to get behind the Leafs in the playoffs. Yeah. But I also am in Alberta. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to get in the whole French and English, but I think, but like you said, in Quebec, it's probably all Montreal. There probably is some Toronto too, but I'm saying,
yeah.
I don't know, like, what you guys think. It's just, Toronto's my team, so either way, I'm probably going to say Toronto. But it's easier for you guys come from maybe the outside a little bit, put your perspective on it, because I'm just, I always like to believe it's Toronto. I mean, I think we probably could all agree it's Toronto or Montreal.
Well,
yeah.
Would you say any of the other Canadian teams?
That's what it comes to mind.
And is it because they're the two original teams? I think so.
Well, and I think it goes back to, like you had just previously said, you had English-speaking team, you had French-speaking team, and you only had two of them, so you were almost either one or the other. And then that was, our grandparents' generation.
Yeah.
And they had kids. In our case, our dad, Leafs fan. He had a kid. It's almost like you're a product of your environment. So then you're going to be Leafs. Some of them obviously go to the home team, but there's still a lot of fans stay Toronto.
But I've never been to Montreal and Edmonton game before. Apparently there's a lot of Habs fans.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you only had two teams,
you picked one or the other.
Yeah.
French or English, doesn't matter. You picked one or the other. Because there's only two.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why, like you said, generation to generation.
Yeah. You grew up
if your
cheering
dad's
for
Montreal,
dad's team.
you might be Montreal. If your dad's Toronto, you might be. And that has nothing to do with French or English at that point.
No.
It just has to do with there was two teams. We liked one or the other, and like you go to Leafs and Oilers, it's damn near 50-50.
Yeah.
And apparently Montreal and Edmonton, it's pretty much 50-50.
Well, and
pretty close.
if you went and there was no symbol on the ice and you didn't know where you were, you would almost have to question which is the home rink.
Yeah. Yeah, if you were blindfolded and just flew to this rink and you didn't.
Yeah. If you didn't
there before.
Exactly.
Possibly. But I mean, okay. Just to relate to this, to bring in some of the other Canadian teams, do you think the Jets win the Stanley Cup? Do they become Canada's team? First team to win since '93. Do they just magically become Canada's team, or is it?
I think the history makes them.
Well, that's the thing. Toronto and Montreal have so much deep history. It's hard to get past that.
I think in 50 years, or something, maybe a team like the Jets. Because I think if any team has got a shot of jumping up into that top tier of the quote-unquote Canada's team, it's probably the Jets.
But you got Montreal at 24. You got Toronto at 13. Third's Edmonton.
Yeah.
Fifth. And nobody talks about them being Canada's team.
No.
Do you think when they played the Ducks, and I noticed in Alberta that everybody hopped on the wagon.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I didn't hop on the wagon because I'm not an Oilers fan.
No.
But I also noticed people that don't really watch hockey hopped on the Oilers wagon. You understand? Like, just in Alberta, right? Because we're from Alberta.
And like you said, that season in general, it was people at, your place of work or whatever would be like, oh, the Oilers won last night. It's like, you watch hockey. You watch hockey. Okay.
And that's fine. It's just like, it's crazy to see when the playoffs come around, when a Canadian team is in there, if it's Edmonton or Toronto or, and if they're going far, it looks like they have a good run at the Cup.
Yeah.
Majority of people are hopping on the wagon.
Wow.
Majority, I'm saying. Not all, but there's always like...
But that happened this year too, right? Las Vegas.
Well,
everyone and their dog jumped on Las Vegas' wagon.
Oh, yeah.
Couple cats too. But
no, but you know why, right? First season, making such a big impact.
Well, I think successful and...
Yeah.
But that's like new fans or people who don't really follow hockey. It's like, Vegas, where us guys who
follow the game a long time, like
yeah.
But I was going to say the Jets before you said them too. they looked like they had a shot, and a lot of people got behind the Jets too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Toronto's going to make a case for that if they
Well,
go any farther this year.
Keep going.
get past the first round, and then I'll be.
Yeah.
I'd love to beat Boston.
Or Washington.
I'd love to get
Redemption.
revenge on either one, but it'd be sweeter on Boston.
Oh yeah. Come back and beat you 2 times.
Yeah,
You can't, discredit the first one though. That first team, Reimer and Bozak, and I mean, if anybody was a team of misfits, it's those guys.
yeah. Well, that's the problem with the
Shortened season.
shortened season, is that a team that might not be quite a playoff team gets in, and they get beat by a playoff team.
Yeah, but in Game 7, overtime.
That's because we were relentless. We kept coming at them.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That team was just as much as a misfit as the Knights were this year.
Yeah, I think about it. We didn't really have a. I mean, I guess we had Kessel, but
Yeah.
still.
But before we take off here, one little question. You guys said Canadian team. What do you think the American team is?
Oh,
There's, 25 of them? 24 of them. 24. 24 plus 7 is 31.
yeah. I think
It's a toss up between Detroit and New York.
that's what mine were. Detroit and the Rangers.
Yeah,
I feel it's the Rangers.
I almost have to agree with you.
I feel that you could ask most people in the world,
Yeah.
and if you asked, if they know anything about hockey,
Yeah.
most probably people could name New York Rangers.
Yeah, true.
Even though Detroit has more cups, quite a bit more cups. I don't know if it's because Rangers is the location,
I mean,
Well, that helps,
New York.
right? Big Apple. Everyone knows Madison Square Garden, right? Everybody does. Even if you don't know what's played there, you just know the Garden.
Well, it's
Where
not,
in that's
not
no offense
just,
to
and
the Red
it's-
Wings, that's
it's
just-
famous for more than just hockey.
Yeah, exactly. Circuses,
Well, it's
basketball.
the most famous arena in WWE.
I think, to be honest, I'm going to say this. It's the most famous rink for sure right now out of the NHL teams.
I would say almost the most famous building in all of North America.
For sports, yeah.
Well,
for
and
buildings,
sports
possibly,
and
yeah.
entertainment, right? Both
Yeah.
of those things.
Any movie, they mentioned movie, like how many times is that? Yeah, I would say New York Rangers, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they only have 4 or 5 cups, so
Yeah, I mean,
see, it's not always about the cups.
nope.
For their case, it is about location, I believe. I truly believe
Yeah,
that.
I think so too.
I mean,
Like you said, the rink. Because no one, like you said, the Islanders. Nobody really mentioned the Islanders.
they got, quite a few cups, 4 cups too. So.
Oh, but they're in Long Island, completely different island. Whereas you obviously New York's in.
But let's be honest, we all had it narrowed down to Detroit, Chicago, and the Rangers, correct?
Yep.
The three of the original 6.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Sorry, and Boston.
Yeah,
Would be in
Boston
there,
though.
too.
Yeah,
But I still think Rangers.
I still think Rangers too. Yeah.
That's where I'm gonna leave off at.
Yeah.
That's the New York Rangers, Tigers team.
America's team, and the New York Rangers. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this debate version, whatever you want to call it, debate episode of the Gator Media Hockey Roundtable. If you guys want us to debate things we missed, things you think we got wrong, you can find our links down in the description below for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And shoot us some more debates you want us to debate. You can find I'm going in circles now. You can find our shop for t-shirts on the Facebook page, and we will see you guys all next week.